One of the struggles that I have as a teacher is that there is so much testing that we're asked to do in addition to the testing that we would like to do to give us feedback on the weekly skills that we're covering with our students, that there isn't enough time in the day. You're not really able to meaningfully use the data to do anything with it before it's time to test again or a different test shows up. The difficulty is there's a lot of nerves involved, especially for the students when they do take the high stakes test, and different students react in different ways. Some of them shut down and don't do as well. So what you see them doing in class in front of you may not always translate onto these tests.
I think that there's a lot of people who are looking for the short-term silver bullet, and if we can move 1/10 of a point this year, then I can say that there was growth in the school. If we're going to move kids, we have to continue to challenge them and keep that bar high. The issue that we face is that so many of these test prep silver bullets are focused on the remedial, where we're going to teach a vocabulary word or a concept in isolation. And in so doing, the kids lose that ability to interpret information, to think critically, to solve problems.
If we don't have assessment, then we don't know what our kids are capable of doing and what they've actually learned while they've been in our presence. So we speak of assessment as a necessity. It's what we need to instruct. It's what we need to improve.
What assessment is, it doesn't just give us information about the students, but it also helps a teacher to reflect on their own instruction, on their own practice. If I'm teaching a particular lesson and my students are not performing on the assessment the way that I would like them or the way that I anticipated, what does that say about my practice?
We really do believe that good instruction is the only way to do well on any assessment.
When students are not included in the assessment conversation, then it's something that's done to the student. They don't get it. What I've started to do now is to have actual conversations that are natural conversations that talk about why and how I'm going to use the information in that conversation. So it brings the student in, and then I found that they start having conversations and self-reflect and really start being part of their own learning instead of having it done to them.
When there's a coherent curriculum that's driven by teachers who know what they're doing and have a passion for it, you are going to have outcomes that go far beyond any assessment can show you. A score is a product of work that has been put in. However, there are many other effects of the work that we do that can't be felt in a quantitative way. Our students here leave the school with a sense of how disciplines connect to each other, with a sense of how to use evidence to support an argument, with a sense that this school was here for them, and they leave feeling like they were really the reason we did this.
I really want guidance. I want guidance from the leaders as far as telling me that these are the things that you should be teaching, these are the things your kids should be able to do at the end of the year, and here are some resources, some real lessons that can guide you.
At some point, a central leader is going to have to be one who helps to crystallize the vision for the school. On the flip side of that, teachers have to have a sense of creativity and autonomy in teaching their curriculum, because often the people that are leaders don't know all the details of their curriculum. There has to be some degree of give and take between the parties. Not giving on the goals, but giving some deference to the expertise of the individual teachers.
Teacher time to have these discussions in a non-threatening environment. The dialogue about what do we do to improve the experience for students, that's got to be kept front and center.
We have to look at children as, a work of art, and that test score is just one piece of that complete composite.
Educating is more than just academics. We reduce students to numbers and we forget that they're people and that they're citizens and who eventually will take our places.
We need a world of problem solvers. God knows we have enough problems out there. Assessment prompts that allow students to express their ability to be creative, to take information and process it and make an argument and back it up. Those are the kinds of assessments that I think are most meaningful. Those are the kinds of skills that I think are most needed in the world.
We need results that are reported and used in a way that acknowledges who the kids were when they arrived in a system and how they developed while in that system.
I think curriculum and assessment and learning is going to get better if we are given the time and the time to reflect and the time to actually dig deep with students and have those conversations. Then education, will change.